The awareness of PVA got me involved in the wheelchair games and fishing and hunting and a lot of other sports that I probably wouldn't have known about if it hadn't been for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Let's go, Martinez!
Heather Ansley with Paralyzed Veterans of America says she continues to hear from members that the new rules aren't always followed.
We find that that's not often translated. Everybody's just trying to get through and they really don't care that, you know, you're saying I have the right to have this pre-check experience.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, an organization dedicated to empowering veterans, is undergoing a campaign to alert the public to the dangers people with disabilities commonly face during air travel. Joining us to discuss this important topic is Sean Castle, a U.S. Army veteran and Deputy Executive Director for Paralyzed Veterans of America. Welcome, Sean.
That's the number one thing at Paralyzed Veterans of America that we hear about, not just from, veterans with disability, but all people with disabilities, or actually all Americans. When you go to the airport, the things you face are TSA, and these are people who aren't high-level medically trained to deal with, or getting on and off the plane on an aisle chair where you can possibly be dropped. This is not something that is just an inconvenience or an embarrassment. This is something that can be dangerous long-term for the health of the men and women who are getting on and off these planes.
PVA firmly believes VA is the best provider of health care for veterans of spinal cord injuries and disease. The VA's SCID system of care provides a coordinated, lifelong continuum of services for veterans that has significantly increased our lifespans.
Joining me now is Tom Wheaton. He is a paralyzed veteran. And Tom, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your story and what you're going through during this COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, I am a paralyzed veteran, got hurt in the Navy 30 years ago. Rely on my wife as my caregiver full time. And myself and paralyzed veterans around the country, we're feeling trapped and terrified right now during this virus. Because not only are we homebound, but for some of us, we're actually bedbound.
I think that the difference in this organization that, you know, it's not about numbers. It's about caring and the quality of service that we provide. And that's why I think we're unique in what we do. Because I don't think any other organization, you know, follows their membership as close as that we do inside of a hospital and outside of a hospital.
When I went to Hines VA, I met a service officer like myself, and he met me at the bedside, talked to me about benefits and different ways I could participate and be active in the community. Being a national service officer, I guess I've been there, so I think that's key for me because I've been on the other side of that, and I try to consider that when I approach people, because I know sometimes it's not always about the sports or the benefits. Sometimes it's just about having someone there that can kind of relate and understand what's going on. Paralyzed veterans changes lives and builds futures, and it's a phenomenal organization.
I always tell people we're counselors, we're social workers, we're nurses, we're doctors, we're advocates, we're friends. We're people that you can depend on. And we just don't help them fill out applications or send something off to the VA to be granted. There's a lot. I go to funerals, I go to hospitals, and that's a good comforting feeling to know that we are part of that. I'm a part of that. Paralyzed Veterans of America truly fights for veterans.